And today marks the 60th year since the Tibetan spiritual leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, arrived in India. The Tibetan government in exile will be holding an event to thank India's role in sheltering them after a Chinese crackdown on rebellious Tibetans 6 decades ago. In an attempt to ease the tense relations with China, Centre had recently issued an advisory asking senior leaders and government officials to avoid attending function organised by Tibetans. Even the venue of the event was shifted from Delhi to Dharamshala earlier this month.
Dr. Sangye, you have talked about how the Tibetan struggle is a made in India struggle and how the success of this struggle will eventually be India's success story. If you could just elaborate a little on that thought, sir.
Yes, a lot being talked about, discussed about Honorable Prime Minister Modiji's Make in India. And we always say and pray for the success of India, and we also want to see Make in India to succeed, because the original Made in India is the Tibetan movement, because the leaders of the Tibetan administration were born, brought up and educated in India and by Indians, teachers and staff. And then the philosophy that we follow, ahimsa, is also very much Indian. The democracy we follow is very much Indian. So hence we are the original Made in India. So if we succeed, India succeeds, and if India succeeds, we succeed. So it's a beautiful collaboration of the last 60 years.
Also, sir, just one last question. You mentioned about the dominance and the assertiveness of China. Now, we've read reports, we have heard all about it. How these events were earlier planned in Delhi, and how the Indian government is now not too keen to let its top bureaucrats participate in these events, and hence they had to be moved out of the national capital to Dharamshala. What do you make of this? Does it indicate some degree of strain between India and Tibetan struggle relationship?
No, not at all. In the last 60 years, we have had a relationship which is beautiful and strong, like a family, So hence, from time to time, when parents have to, make some deals, adjustment, the children has to understand. So we are not at all disappointed. We understand, and we fully support the Indian government's initiative. Few months is a bit sensitive. We respect that. But in a way, by moving the event from Delhi to Dharamshala, it's almost like home sweet home, Suddenly you realize that this is the place where we have been for the 60 years. The administration is always there. And this is a fitting place from where we can, shout or say to Delhi Darbar, Dhanyavad, Shukriya for all this help.